On the continent of Khorvaire, a chance encounter brought 4 intrepid travelers together on the road to adventure. Though they began as strangers, they soon became known as the Hero Squad.
So, we last left off, Christina, you had just acquired the food items to bring back to Chef Aubergine. You got the beef.
Where's
Brittany,
the beef?
I smell like beef. A tiny little gnome leapt off of the equivalent of a blackjack table, knocking you to the ground in your disguise as you tried to flee. Cheers, erupted, we got him. Rhaegar, from the other car, you can hear the revelry a little bit, but you don't really know what it was because you're having a conversation with this woman at the bar.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and let's jump to. We'll go. Actually, we'll come back to that because we'll start. Christina, you're walking through the car again, the gambling car.
Yes.
And Brittany, or the woman with the red hair, is now being
Enna.
escorted back towards... that's right, her name is Enna. That's right. The artist, the famous, not so famous artist, Enna.
The artist formerly known as Enna. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Has been tackled to the ground, and you see Dollop kind of standing on her, keeping her arms together and everything. What are you saying, Dollop, as you're subduing Enna as she's trying to escape?
I look at Dollop and I was like, wow, good catch. And I'm looking at the woman and I'm like,
do you want to roll a?
Yeah, I want to roll. I'm really curious who this woman is now. Yeah. Oh, that is a dirty 22.
Okay. So here's what we're going to say happens. Because you're sisters, because you have the link that you have, because you've been together for so long, there's a look. There's a look that only Brittany makes. And it's when, and you've only seen it a handful of times, and it's when she doesn't know what she's going to do. She almost always knows what she's going to do, but there's this look that she gives you in particular when she doesn't know what she's going to do. And it's just like this. Look with the eyes, right? And you see it. She doesn't even know she's doing it to you. It's just like a reflex, and you see it. Do you do anything?
Dollop.
I got the thief.
Dollop.
People are like, well done,
Dollop,
well done.
Dollop.
He deserves a medal. Give him a medal. He got the riffraff out.
Dollop,
What?
this is Brittany. Shush. This is Brittany.
What?
This is Brittany.
Let me know when I can do something.
Thief, are you Brittany?
What do you do, Brittany?
Brittany says, "You idiot," and cast Dimension Door.
You do what?
What?
I cast Dimension Door,
Okay,
which
can
I
you do
teleport
that?
myself. Yeah.
Okay. Just
Because all my magic, basically a portal opens up and I transport myself 400 feet away.
Is this a spell slot?
500 feet away. Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right.
I've had Dimension Door for a while now, but I haven't used it yet because I haven't needed to. So I'm casting Dimension Door. I am teleporting myself 500 feet away into the bathroom, into this where I was in the spa car or next to the spa car.
Please let someone be inside of there.
Oh my god. All right, I hadn't thought about that, but Enna, I want you to roll a d20 for me.
Okay, that's fine. I'll roll a d20. Do you want me to add anything or just roll a 20?
No, just roll it. This is just fate.
That's a 10.
All right,
This
you're
is
okay.
Enna digging herself deeper into her hole.
Yeah.
That's
So
fine, that's fine.
you dimension door. So now like it basically looks like you have been crushed through the floor.
Does it look like I crushed her into the floor? 'Cause,
Yes.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
on top
well, you're just
of
kind of
her.
like cheering him like that. But we'll get to that. What happens? Like what it looks like on your end in just a second. Brittany, yeah, you like teleport into the toilet, and like as you do, you like see the door closing. Like someone just left.
I just
And
want you
just,
to
like-
know that if I teleport into a space that is already occupied, that person takes 4d6 force damage.
Wow.
Oh my
so here's what
God.
happens. So here's what happens, Enna. You teleported into the bathroom, but you miscalculated where the toilet was, and the toilet took 4d6 worth of damage. So give me a second.
How do you calculate the hit points of a toilet?
Oh, you can.
That's what a DM does.
Yeah.
That's
There's
what a
literally
DM
in one of
does.
the in one.
There it is. There it
Poop
is.
emoji, poop emoji, poop emoji.
There it is. Oh my god.
That's the winner. That's the winner. So yeah, you fly in there and you kind of blow up the toilet, and so there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah, and then I immediately disregard disguise self and put my stone back on and walk out of the bathroom like nothing ever happened.
Bryce, when you say there's stuff everywhere, is she covered in stuff?
The stone
I
would
cast
the
prestidigitation to make
stone
me
would
smell
cover that up
fabulous
though.
until I have a chance to take a bath.
Until
Okay.
okay, I want to know
But
when
you
you're gonna
know.
have a chance to take a bath.
But you know.
Now she actually needs to take a bath, like for the
Everyone knows
first
there's
time.
the spa for the people in the back of the train, which is the bucket. So, beyond that, let's cut back to Dollop. So you're like, yeah, I got her. And then she disappears. But everybody else was so excited about you, like catching her, they almost kind of forgot that she was even there. Like it was more, everyone was focused on you. But all these wealthy people are like, oh, now that is the kind of help you want around here. Let me tell you, he is one. I could. How much, sir? You come work for me. He's better than you. I'll tell you that. And like, there's just all this stuff going on.
I take the beef, I sort of put it under one arm, and I grab Dollop's other hand that's off the ground, and I start raising him up high like this. Like, let's hear it for Dollop! Yeah, let's hear it for Dollop! No ticket!
Woo, 3 cheers for Dollop. Oh, yes, this. I love
Dollop.
this man. This is a good one. He's a good one.
I look at Dollop, it's like, Dollop, slip me some tokens next time I come by.
Like some
Also-
chips.
Yeah, also, bet on, Sparkles McGee. You can put a bet on Sparkles McGee for me, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, dollar. I'm gonna take this beef to the car.
All right, and yeah, like a bunch of the people who are there, they're cheering and clapping and everything, and then they start to slowly go back to their carts, and a couple of them throw you a couple of chips here and there, like good job. That's why we like it here. We like that we got you here to protect us from these ne'er-do-wells trying to sneak into our place. So let's stick with. I guess Dollop. Is there anything that you're gonna do before we move on?
Well, I guess like if the revelry has like sort of died down, and if people are going back to their tables, if it looks like, I don't know how long it's actually been since we've started our shifts, but if it looks like I could take one of those 5-minute breaks that were mentioned, then I'd like to take one of those 5-minute breaks and go over to the snail racing table and place a bet.
So let's just say you're not going to ever be informed of your 5-minute breaks. So you just take the initiative, or do you not ever?
Oh, this is
No. I'll take the initiative. I'll do it.
Okay. Because I could easily see Atlas being like, well, no one comes and gets me. I'll just starve,
Like part of me is thinking of it, but no. I'll take a minute. I'll take a 1-minute break to go to the snail racing table.
Okay.
Place a bet.
Rick,
hold on.
you are muted. You toggled mute.
Sorry. The voice that you just did, Bryce, reminded me of Jack McBrayer, and Ash is totally Jack McBrayer.
Yes. Ash is the gnome Jack McBrayer.
He is Kenneth from 30 Rock. That is him.
Yes.
Yes. Ash is
thank you.
Kenneth.
He's going to be the head of this train by the end of this.
No, this
I'll be
train.
dead by his hand. Yeah. Either I'll be working for him or we'll be dead by his hand. Kenneth
Okay.
Allen.
Kenneth Purcell.
Kenneth
I'd
Allen
like
Parcell.
to take all the chips that people have tipped me and put it all on Sparkles McGee.
Okay. All right. So here's the deal. There's also rules for what they had as lizard racing. But what we're going to do here is we're going to have you describe what's going on in the race. There are, so you're looking down and there's like 4 lanes and they go around like a little like circular track. And you know, it's sort of like one of those little like the power, like the race tracks where like you do like the little car with the kind of thing. You can see that at one end there's like a little cage with little snails behind it, and I mean Sparkles McGee stands out, glistening like the sun. Then you know there's Lightning Bolt, Fast Pass, and Twiddle Thumbs, and those are the other 3. And
Fast Pass, I love it.
They all have their own little style to them. They all have like kind of like painted shells and everything. Yeah, you know, they're starting to set up the races. So what's going to happen is I'm going to roll for each of them a couple of times and then basically describe kind of how they're doing.
Can I ask, because Jasmine had insider information on Sparkles McGee as being a favored,
Yes.
would that get like a +1 or something like that to your rolls?
Yes, it will, because you have some like insider info that's making
Okay.
sure that things are going to work out. So then,
Can I scream out at the table? Come on, Sparkles!
Yeah.
It's time to escargot!
Oh my God. Ash, how long have you been sitting on that one?
That one
Yes.
for like 2 episodes now.
the whole time, as soon as he heard snail races, he was like, "Let's escargot." I love it.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So normally, if there were more of y'all, we would have you like rolling like competitively, and you're describing kind of what's happening. But yeah, essentially, you know, you see these snails, and they're actually really fast. They're like zooming around this track faster than you might have thought. You were like, oh, snails. But when I say they're fast, I mean fast for snails. So they're really just kind of like going around, and, you know, just like, oh, okay, look, there they go. But there are little like obstacles and things every now and then. So these fast snails, like, you know, they'll come around one corner. It's like, oh, the lanes get real tight, and you can see them kind of like run into each other. And at one point, there's a 2 snail pile up.
Their shells just like click a
snail
little bit.
The bare minimum that you need for a pile up.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, and what happens is like they're just like going next to one another, and then they just sort of start to like go like that, and then they just kind of roll over on each other.
Aw.
And then after
they
a little while,
mating?
it looks like they might be mating, but then they kind of get
They're
back to
mating on
going.
the floor. They're mating on the floor. Let's pull these 2 apart.
Hello.
Yeah, there's a couple ups and downs and things like that.
I'll bet there are.
It's pretty messed up. There's a part
Is
where there's a
there a
pit of
loop-de-loop?
salt that they have to jump.
Is there a loop-de-loop?
But there's a loop-de-loop. The loop-de-loop.
Yes.
And like I said, there's also like a pit they have to jump, which is tricky for snails, but they can do it. But in that
They just
tiny little
stretch
pit,
the little
there's
snail body.
Tiny
there's
pit.
some salt in there, so you gotta.
That's why they're the best. That's why they're the best.
Yeah, but they make it. They make it. And as they're coming around this corner, you got Fast Pass and Sparkles McGee. They're like right next to each other, and you can see that Fast Pass kind of break its rules a little bit, kind of does a little bit of side shell action, kind of smacking Sparkles McGee over here. You see some sparkles, some glitter kind of flying off and whatnot. Sparkles is kind of waving left and right. Oh my gosh, what's happening?
No, Sparkles!
Oh my gosh! And then they kind of like spin out and skid and whoa, and Sparkles is rolling, and he gets across that line. Just before Fast Pass.
Yes.
Sparkles wins. Sparkles McGee.
Oh my
Champion
God.
wins.
How long does this race take?
Oh, that took like 30 minutes.
Yeah, like what you were
that was-
describing was really fast, but
Yeah.
you got to slow that down by like 70%.
No, that's what you've been doing for the past half hour. And so your 1 minute break took a lot longer than you thought. But
In my mind, though, I
so
think it
entranced.
still only took
Yeah.
like 1 minute, though.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
wow.
You're like so amped up. Like, that was intense. Oh, man. So we'll move on from there. Yeah, you won some money on that one. You won a nice big chunk of cash, 25 gold. fresh in your pocket.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a
That's
lot
a
of
lot
gold.
of gold.
That's a lot of gold.
So now let's jump to. So let's see. Christina, you were moving through the carts. Brittany, you're up at the. You're
I'm
way
back in
back
this-
at the spa.
In the bathroom, yeah,
So
bathroom
yeah,
spa.
let's follow Christina as you're heading towards the kitchen, and then as you
Okay.
get closer to Rhaegar, we'll also bring Rhaegar's stuff in. So Christina, let's follow you. What's going on
Yeah,
with you?
so I pass Rhaegar. I still see him. He's really talking up to that lady. Like, really talking her up. I'm like, yeah, Rhaegar, get it. And I'm like going up to towards like the kitchen. I see the band still playing, and I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm just enjoying it. And I go in the kitchen, and I proudly swing open the doors. I'd be like, I open the doors, go corner, because, I used to work in food service.
Right, of course.
Yeah. Chef. And I present him the beef.
My apprentice.
Where's
I did
the
not
beef?
expect you to return. Oh, it is glorious. Yes. Will you help me? Help me
I
make
will-
this the greatest dish that we can.
Is it paella?
You guide my hands. You guide my hands, and I will do what you say.
Are you gonna have a ghost moment?
My life. A little tiny eggplant right on my shoulder. I'm like cutting the beef, and he's like really guiding my hand.
Little eggplant. So in the book for Dragon Stew, there are rules for how to cook stuff. It's pretty straightforward. But the whole thing about cooking, very similar to Uranium Chef, presentation's important, preparation's important, like what are the ingredients that you're using. But ultimately, in this instance, we're really caring about what the dish is. And the way that cooking also works in this is like you're essentially adding stats to food that'll give you a little boost. So like if you cook something really great, you're going to eat it. It's like, oh, you get plus 5 HP or something until your next big rest or something like that. Or you can make poisonous food or whatever, all kinds of things. Yeah. Oh, and then the size of the creature that you use determines the how long the thing is going to last. Or how long it's going to last as well. The effect of it. So let's see. Ultimately, it's just a bunch of skill checks, and you have to tell me how you're going to do the cooking.
Okay.
And then beyond that, Jazzy, you had said you were looking to hopefully become
A seasoner.
a seasoner or to gain some skills from seasoning.
I'm gonna read this to you guys so you understand what this is. So seasoner is a chef that specializes in the use of spices. They usually come from merchant families, noble lineage, and stuff like that. But I'm gonna wear this on the train, so that's fine. So their mastery of seasoning allows them to add special effects to dishes and their own weapon.
Whoa.
Yeah,
cool.
So I can there's like a thing called coat of spices. As a bonus action, you can coat your weapon before you make it attack damage. And that type of damage depends on the spice used. So if I use like, there's like fire, cold damage, lightning damage, radiant damage, stuff like that.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, that's super neat. Well, then let's just have you describe what you're going to do to really impress Chef Jean and what you, how do you think this is going to help you to become this spicer, or like what do you think is going to help to
well, obviously the spices come after like towards the end, so I want to follow up to his rules and like what he wants to do and how to prepare it. But then I want to start like looking at the spices and being like, I'm going to take like as much tutelage from him to learn his cooking styles and be like, I'm going to ask him a bunch of questions about seasoning. I asked a couple of questions about like how would this affect the flavor.
Okay.
So
stuff
like
why don't you roll a perception?
Okay.
And so while you're doing this, Chef Jean is like preparing the meat and is talking to you.
Okay, so that is 13 plus 4. That is 17.
Okay. So he's giving you a lot of notes while he's doing this, but he's also speaking very passionately. And he's essentially like, when you create food, it's not just about making the food. It's not just the cuts. It's not just the cooking. It's the soul. And that is why I need you here. These automatons, they can cut, they can cook, they can prepare, but they can't put the heart in it. That's where I need you. I have lost my inspiration. I will prepare, but you must season this. Draw upon your knowledge, draw upon your spirit. Stop for a moment. Look into the middle distance. Feel the spices that call to you. Smell them. Hear them. Talk to them. But don't listen, because they're tricky. Now, look upon that shelf. Now look away. Now look back and tell me which one speaks to you.
Spicy.
That's the one. And there's like just like a little jar of things, and so you take that. And so what do you do with it?
Yeah. I open up and I smell it, and it's like very strong. So I'm like, we're on a hospitality. We can't have like too strong flavors. We can't have too weak flavors. So I'm like thinking, let's do something like it gives it a kick, but it's not enough to like hurt anybody or like put them off the taste.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you put a little on, and he's like watching you, and as you do it, he has like one of those moments where he goes like, "Ha-ha! Yes! A deft hand. Not too much, not too little, just enough heat to give energy to the soul. But there must be something else. Yes, you need another. What calls to you? Look!" And he points again.
I want something sweet.
Okay, so you see another one, you grab it.
I grab like a sugary sauce.
Okay.
Yeah. So it sounds like not only is it like hot, like it has a little bit of heat, but it's sweet so that people want to have more.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got some sweet, we got some spicy.
I want some hot and spicy action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put those on there, and he's like, yes, perfect. The balance, the sweet, the savory, the hot, the cool. It will dance on the tongue. Yes! And so he like flips the meat into the air, and as he does that, you see he kind of does this like little like motion with his hands, and kind of like, ha! And you see like a wave of energy kind of shoot out towards the food, and it just kind of like flashes in the
magic?
air. Yes, and then it lands back in the pan. Perfect. Now, how would you present this dish?
So it's beef, right?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make tacos for my sister.
Tacos.
These are sweet and spicy tacos. So they come in a like a soft corn tortilla. There's like tacos in it. Since they're sweet, I want something bright and crispy to help like pop, like, you know, make it really palatable, make it really like the different textures help. So something bright and sweet. Maybe like maybe like passion fruit like seeds, something like that. Like really like
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Go
have
wild.
something that's crunchy and
Pop.
pop it up.
I can see that. Very exotic for a fancy, you know, train casino type
I
of
mean,
thing.
this is what
Which
you're here
seems
for,
right.
right? You're here for the exotic flavors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you
But they're small, they're bite-sized.
Yes.
You could put them in your hand and you could just eat them really quickly.
I'm so hungry right now.
and so the chef is looking at these tacos that you've laid out. He finishes up the last little touch of it, and he kind of holds it up and he says, "I have never seen something in the past 10 years on this train quite so glorious."
They're called tacos, chef.
Tacos. I like these tacos. Yes. Thank you for bringing this to me. What is your name? Apprentice.
Billy.
Billy. Well,
Two
Billy,
eyes.
I appreciate this very much. You have given me back my spark that I've been searching for so long while on this soulless train. And so I impart upon you my knowledge. Here. I would like you to have this. And he hands you a little book that was sitting there. I have waited for so long for anyone to come into this kitchen and make something new. And you did. Now, go out into the world and make more great things, young apprentice. Now I will continue with these automatons. You're welcome to return anytime. Goodbye, Billy.
I still work here for 13 more days.
Yeah. And then almost as soon as like he like turns away, like a little like ding ding, like a little order pops up, and he's like, "All right, you over there cooking, you over there cutting, you over there," and it's just immediately like back into it, like just like as if nothing happened.
I take the tray of tacos and I go back into the bar. I hit up Rager. Excuse me, chef would like to offer you a special dish. They're called tacos. And I offer one to the lady.
Oh.
Especially the house, courtesy of Daldo. And I wink at Daldo.
So she like looks at you. She's like, what are these? I've never seen something
They're
like
brand
this
new.
before.
They're brand new. This is a Daldo original.
Daldo original. The name kills me.
What can I say?
So you've got these
still muted,
tacos.
Daldo.
Oh, Daldo.
You're
muted.
She's the brains,
guy.
but I'm the inspiration.
My muse right here. Anyways, here you go. And I offer one to the lady. And I bow, and then I go to the spa.
Okay,
To
so
cheer
you head
up
off
my
towards
sister.
the spa. Yes.
And
so,
I have a plate of these tacos.
yes,
And I'm going
so
to
you're going to
give
come
them-
around the corner with a plate of tacos to Brittany, but in just a moment, let's get to Rager. Rager, it's been a while. What's been going on? You've been chatting up this lady for a long time.
Well, I mean, I've been trying to chat her up, but she's so fixated on fetch quests, I've been trying to pry some information out of her about, hold on, I've got the names here. It is Hieronymus Dash.
Yep.
And I don't know what she's, been comfortable sharing yet. Mm-hmm. But I've been trying.
yes.
I've been trying to just comfort her, joking with her, just trying to get comfortable, and put her at ease.
Yeah, so when, after a little while of the band playing and you were there, eventually Hieronymus, his business partner, a couple people, they got up and went to another car, but she stuck around. She seems to be kind of staying there. And after he left, she did seem to be a little more open.
Okay.
Did the tacos
tension
help?
kind of dropped a little bit. The tacos... Hold on.
Oh, he's got to roll for tacos.
She liked the flavor. She thought it was different, but she didn't like having like the mess of it.
Oh,
It's like a little
the finger food.
the finger food thing. She's like, what is
She
this?
wanted
Where
to
are my
eat her taco
utensils?
with a fork and knife. That's weird.
Yeah,
But did the flavors loosen her tongue?
The flavor was certainly something that made her kind of like open up a little bit.
You're welcome, Rager.
The heat, it keeps your mouth moving. You're like, yeah, sure. So you chat with her a little while. So what kinds of questions are you asking?
Well, I
about
think
the relationship?
last we left off, she was talking about how she was, a famous hero. I was like, oh yeah, now I know. And then I just found out that her husband was Hieronymus Dash. I lead in with just like, a general like, so what's the trouble between the two of you? You both seem like amazing heroes, as though you would have a lot in common. What seems to be the problem? A lot of people, as a hospitality engineer, they come to me with their problems. I can be helpful from time to time. I don't know why I would hear somebody giggling, but I would just ask them to shut up. There's nothing funny about what I'm saying. All right? This is sincere.
So she's kind of like, I appreciate you trying to talk to me. It's just a little... You don't know what's appropriate to talk about when you kind of are at this... Whatever this is.
Look, traditionally, when you're at a bar, you talk to the bartender, but our automaton friend, he's not very receptive. Think of me as
you say that, a little hand sticks out. You want some more?
That's exactly what I was waiting for. Do you want some more?
Did you want some more?
Think of me as a bartender / therapist, okay? What you say to me doesn't leave this area. This is only for your own catharsis, so just go ahead and let it out.
Let's just say that after many, many years of marriage and whatnot, we've reached a little rocky patch. And, sometimes things show up out of nowhere that you weren't prepared for, and that's not a problem, but you just weren't ready for them.
Yes.
And I mean, you've seen my husband out there having fun. I think you can see maybe some of the problems already. So
Yes.
Yeah. It's just hard to be, rich, I guess.
I understand. I mean, I don't understand, but I see this from time to time. There will be a wife who is very loyal to her husband. Her husband takes her for granted, perhaps. Maybe enjoys the finer things while he expects his wife to maybe just play second fiddle to his fun times. It can be a lot. It's cumulative, it piles up on you, and at a certain point you need to be able to unburden yourself, and I guess that's what us hospitality engineers are here for, is to let you unburden yourself onto us, so yeah, I understand your frustrations. I do, and you know what, I'm glad that you could be here tonight, and all I can say is, maybe you can find a way to enjoy yourself tonight, okay? He's having a good time. There's no reason why you shouldn't have a good time as well.
You know what? You're right. Thanks, Daldo.
Of course.
Try and have some fun, I guess. You're right. I should loosen up. Look, we're on this train. My goodness.
Yeah. Loosen up. Have some fun. You're going to be here from what I understand, our journey is another 14 days, all right? So you can sit here for 14 days and dwell on the, the things that are burdening you and bothering you, or you can say, you know what? I'm going to just push those things to the side. I'm going to put them into I'm going to compartmentalize them, okay? I'm going to put them into its own little sleeper car, and I'm going to have some fun. All right? And you don't let them out of that sleeping car until we dock 14 days from now.
And she kind of grabs a drink and swirls it around a little bit. Will you roll a charisma, Raker?
Yes, I will. That is a 15.
She takes a little sip of her drink, kind of looks at you now with sultry eyes. It's kind of, what kind of fun are you talking about here, Daldo?
Well, my lady, as a hospitality engineer, I am here to serve whatever kind of fun you desire.
Rhaegar, you...
Well, Daldo, perhaps you could go to the spa car and have them prepare for me.
Absolutely. I will go do that right now. What temperature do you desire? Do you like it hot?
Steamy?
You know, Rhaegar, I wasn't really into something that hot earlier, but after these tacos, yeah, I think I could go for something steamy.
Something steamy. I will go prepare your spa post-haste, all right? You give me about 5 minutes, it'll be ready for you.
Okay. So you run off that way.
I dash off to the
you
spa.
somehow, in that period of time, you beat Christina to the door to the spa.
Oh, I don't know. I know.
That's how quickly.
I am on a mission, okay? I am.
Look, it was just as it was a mission for that beef. I know it's not somehow. There is purpose to this.
I am on a mission.
When I say somehow, yes, that's the power.
I'm like jumping over people's heads. I'm grabbing them and like diving over them. You know, there's a big crowd for Fetch Quest.
Christina gives a knowing nod. She's like...
And I just give you a thumbs up as I like dive over somebody's head. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, so Brittany and Christina. Christina, Rhaegar, you go and you're getting that thing set up.
Super steamy.
As soon as I see Rhaegar / Daldo, I need to do something.
Okay.
So as soon as I see Rhaegar walk in, I like go up to him and I'm like in a hushed voice, I'm like, Rhaegar, I need to talk to you tonight. I need you to meet me in my taco hut. We need to have a very important conversation.
Yeah, what's new? All right, another night, another taco hut meeting. That's fine.
This is very important. I need you to come alone into the taco hut. This is very, very important.
Okay,
trust me.
This is highly unusual.
It is very unusual. Please don't make a big deal of it. I'm very embarrassed, but I need to talk to you. This is very important. You smell horrible. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
So do you. So does she.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
She who smelt it dealt it.
In your taco hut. Yes. Okay. I have something very important to do right now. Okay.
Brittany puts her
Pippi?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've got something important to do. Taco hut tonight. Alone. Got it.
Okay. Wait. Before Rhaegar goes, Brittany puts her hands on his shoulders and looks very pleadingly at him please, this is so important and it means a lot to me. Thank you, Rhaegar.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, bye.
As she walks away, I go, it was her that smelled, not me. That was definitely her. And I go about asking the spa attendants to set up a spa for hold on, it is Hippolyta.
Hippolyta. Whatever you want to say.
Hippolyta. Let me
Hip-hop anonymous.
Spelling that phonetically.
Hippo!
Hippopotamus.
All right, so you speak to the girl there. She's like, all right, we're going outside. And they start setting up, and you're kind of are you watching, making sure it's all good?
Yeah. I want to make sure that it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Brittany and Christina, what are y'all doing now after you accosted Rhaegar?
I catch up to Rhaegar. I see him at the desk, and I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm looking for Pippi. Is Pippi around?
I see Billy. I go over. What?
Oh.
I'm still always hushed voices. I'm casting prestidigitation. Don't worry, I smell great.
It's
strong.
Too much perfume over a smell you can still smell,
You okay?
No, this is horrible. We need to leave. How quickly can we make time progress so it's not 14 days?
It's called sleep. I brought
okay,
you.
Well, then I will.
Hold out your hands. I instead of offering her, I grab her a couple tacos and I give it to her.
You hand them to her.
Yeah.
Okay, these are great. I can smell. They're delicious.
I made them for you. I thought it would cheer you up.
They do cheer me up very much.
Can I ask why were you in the casino?
I was just trying to get some important information for us, and it didn't go well.
What was the information?
I needed to know how to get into the spa.
I figured, yeah. Maybe if you pretended this dude wants me to test the water, then maybe you can get in the spa.
Oh, that's a great idea. Rhaegar's in there now.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No.
Okay,
I grab her.
Hold on. Roll just a d20 and add your dexterity.
Okay.
Both of us or just me?
Just Christina.
Sorry, Rhaegar. I rolled a 1.
Okay. So you're in the middle of that conversation and you're Brittany is gone, and it takes you a second to even really register what just happened. So then you reach out, but she's already gone. Wait, what? And so what, Brittany? I guess you charge into the room that the bath is being prepared for Rhaegar. Okay.
Yes, someone would like me to test the waters to make sure that it is adequate temperature and bubbles and smell before they get in the bath.
Did you say that to Rhaegar? Who are you saying that to?
Whoever the attendant is in there.
They're just the girl who with the gum is she's just putting some hot rocks into there. She's just so bored with everything.
Listen, I can help with this. You can go back to the desk. I'm very good at this. I've mastered the rocks and the bubbles.
What are you doing?
All right, don't have to beg me. And she just immediately leaves.
What are you doing?
I'm taking a bath. Have you smelled me, Rhaegar? I smell awful. I need to take a bath right now.
You cannot taint this water. All right? They
Why?
prepared this water for Hippolyta. She's
Brittany
coming.
is like stripping down.
Do not get in that water, Brittany. I mean,
Why?
Pippi. Do not get in that water. All right? This is not for you. There is a bath in the back of the train for us, okay? That is where we take a bath.
Have you seen that bath, Rhaegar? It is awful.
You know what? You should have thought about that before you went all crazy around the train, okay? You're out of control,
You don't know about
okay?
that, Rhaegar?
All right, you're out of... I've heard, okay? It's a small train. Word spreads. I heard you. I heard it and I said, you know what? I bet that's Brittany.
Listen, I really need a bath right now. Just a quick, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
No,
It'll take 2 minutes.
No, you can... If you set your foot
Rhaegar,
there, I will not come to the
please.
taco hut tonight. All right? Whatever you have to say to me, you can say it to yourself, okay? If it's that important, you will not set foot in this water. All right?
I can't believe
this
you.
Water
So what
is,
happens?
This water is claimed. You do not go in the... You go to the back of the train. You take a bath, all right? Because you know why? Because you care about our mission. You care about what we're doing, all right? You don't want to spoil it for us, okay?
Rhaegar, you're the meanest person I ever met. Goodbye. And I cast greater invisibility on myself.
And what do you do while you're invisible?
I run to a different bath.
Okay. I was assuming that you would jump in the water and you could see there's a little area where the water kind of parts, human shaped.
I just hear water invisibly splashing in the background, and I'm thankful that it's not in this bath.
That's at a different bath. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Okay.
Does Hippolyta show up? Please, I need this. I need this.
So Hippolyta comes walking in to the spa, and looks to the attendant and says, "I have a bath prepared for me. I would like to know where it is." And the attendant's kind of like, "It's down that way, miss. Enjoy." And Hippolyta comes down to the end of the hallway, opens the door. Rhaegar, are you there?
I am, and I want to charmingly just say
Hippolyta, here's your bath. Enjoy, relax, and hopefully we'll cross paths again.
And then I just charmingly just leave her to it and just sort of slip out. I don't want to overextend my welcome.
Okay. Thank you, Daldo. You've been absolutely wonderful.
Of course.
I really appreciate it. And yeah, you head out. And that's that for now. Now back over towards Dollop, where you're still at the gambling tables, right? You finished with the snails. What happened after you won big on Sparkles McGee?
Dollop has the taste for it now. Dollop is going to keep this thing going.
Okay, cool. So, I would like to assume that here's what's been happening. You've been going table to table, game to game, and you're winning. It's just, for something about it, Dollop's got the lucky streak going. And some people take notice. And you've actually got now a couple of friends who've sidled on up with you who are super excited about your winning streak. Hey there, buddy, you got to tell me what you're doing to win all this stuff, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying living off of this right here. And you recognize him right away. That is Hieronymus Dash chatting you up.
Sure.
Hey there, little fella. How's it going? My goodness, this right here, you've been doing a great job. You got some kind of little luck streak to you. Why don't you join up here with me and my friend? We're gonna have ourselves a good time. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Come
really?
on now.
That sounds great. Heck yeah. I'm on a lucky streak. It's so fun. This is my first time doing it. Do you guys do this all the time?
Of course. I'm Hieronymus Dash. Partying's kind of the thing, Anyway, we do this a lot.
Hieronymus, I'd love to join you at your table.
You keep up this lucky streak, you gonna stick with me the whole time. Yeah, come on over.
All right.
So yeah, you guys are sitting at a table. It's a dice game, and he's having you blow on his dice because he's like, he just got his lucky streak. Throws the dice across the table, wins again. You're just blowing him up. My goodness, little man, you are something else. What's your deal? What's your deal?
Honestly, at first I was just trying to do like a really good job, be a really good employee and whatnot. But I don't know. There's something changed in me now. I feel the dice in my bones. I feel the cards calling out to me. I feel like this is my calling now.
You hear this? Killian, you hear this? Yeah, I heard that. Well, I tell you what, this guy, he is a character. I need you're coming home with me. I'm telling you what. Put you in my carry-on. You're just something else, aren't you? We'll just say you kind of spend the next couple of hours with them gambling. Is there anything that you would like to try and glean or talk about or whatever while you're doing that? So just in between all the rolls and the cards and everything.
I'm telling him a fake backstory of my hardship that I've had in my I'm a goblin, is that right? No, I'm a
You're a gnome!
I'm a
You're
gnome.
no. Listen,
In my gnome
did you
life,
forget?
I have totally forgotten.
It's okay. It's okay.
You were a goblin, but now you're a gnome. That's your backstory.
I tell him
the story.
I tell him this like fake backstory of my life, but I include the fact that I did at one point roadie for Brittany and Christina.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do.
Questity's child, my goodness, there's something. I tell you what,
Right?
I do like that. The ones that doing over there, that fetch quest or whatever, they're good too. I like that sound.
Honestly, they might be better. There's something about them.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. It kind of needed a redo. Some of their songs
a little old. Yeah.
just need a little. It needs to be revisited.
I'm leaving this
Modernized
campaign right now.
for the times.
But now I'm just sort of going job to job, train to train, just trying to find my way in life. What's new with you at the moment?
Whew, boy, I tell you what, life for her on a mustache is always exciting. Lots of this. Right, Killian? Lots of this. Yeah. Got a new patent coming through. Can't tell you much about that one, but that's exciting.
Something exciting? Something big?
Oh, you know it. Yeah, can't really talk too much about it, but let's just say it's goes off with a bang.
Oh, like fireworks, like boom.
Kind of, yeah.
All right. I mean, I did something like that for Question's child. They were not pleased. They were not happy.
Ooh. Not enough or too much?
A little bit too much. We had to flee.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I like that. Go. It's too much. Too far. It's
I mean,
okay.
I don't know, but like if you need anyone to help you out with a bang, I'm pretty good at that. If you need a hand after this job, I could use a new job.
Well, you know what? You keep up this lucky streak. I'm gonna tell you what. I will be hiring you for something. Let me tell you. I don't know what yet. Just an excuse to get you out here with me. Let me tell you.
Right. Let's roll
You're great,
the
Dollop. You're great.
bones.
Yeah. And so, for another few hours, you spend time with Hieronymus and his group. Eventually, things are starting to wind down. It's clear that people are leaving the casino floor and the bars. Everyone's retiring back to their rooms. Hieronymus kind of says, "You know what, Dollop? I appreciate you. You keep what you kill, But here, have a little bit of this here too." And he throws you like a huge chip, like one of the biggest ones that they've got. It represents like 1,000 gold. Whoa! Just flipped it to you.
Oh, he's gonna blow that all tonight.
I'm gonna own this train by the
He
end of
does
this.
not know when to quit. This guy. The house always wins, and you're the house.
Exactly. I can't lose.
And that's when Petunia comes up to you at the end of the night and says, "All right, I'll be collecting all of your tip chips because obviously that goes to the house. So just hand that right back over here. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Come on.
Wow.
Come on. All right."
I hand it over, and as she like turns away, I'm like sobbing.
You are Amy from Amy's Baking Company. You're taking the tips of the help.
Yep. At this point, most of the clientele have left all of their rooms, or all of the main rooms. They have headed back to the sleeper cars and whatnot. Y'all now are at this kind of like the cleaning hours, and so you see lots of the little automatons running around.
Yeah.
And Petunia says, "All right, now's your time to sleep. Go ahead, get a little rest in before we come on back tomorrow and do it again. What do you think?"
Oh, it sounds
great?
fantastic. It was so much fun. It was like I could not contain. If there was a meter, I was off the charts. I was at 11.
Could you imagine? And that's only day one, and we got 13 more days of this.
I had absolutely no problem giving my tips to you guys either. Like, how about you, Atlas? That was fine, right? It was like, it obviously it was their money to have. So how'd it go for you, buddy?
So good.
The whole time is so good.
As like the automatons are cleaning up, I'm like, oh no, don't clear this up. I have like a platter, and I'm like grabbing random plates that are like uneaten food. And I'm just like piling onto like a platter. I'm like cleaning it up, and I'm like waiting for Petunia to leave.
I'm doing the same, but with drinks. I'm just pouring them into one big glass. Like the
Back
boot,
and forth.
There's an empty boot on the table, and I'm just pouring the glasses into it and drinking from the boot.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Brittany, what are you doing? Because you're still invisible, I assume, somewhere?
Somewhere.
No, I tried to get into like one of the extra baths, but they were all like filled with people already, so I had to go back and use the
bucket?
Oh, how'd that go?
Yeah, I had to use the bucket. It was awful, but you don't know about it because I was invisible.
So, do you return while we're cleaning up?
No.
Are you in Taco Hut land now?
I'm just hanging out like in the bunk beds area.
I'm guessing me and Rhaegar are sort of in the bar still. We're like cleaning up, right?
Yeah.
And
by cleaning up, we're drinking and eating.
we're
everything
drinking
that was
and
left.
eating, basically. Yes. So this is like the end of the night. Where anything that hasn't been eaten, hasn't been drinking, we're just eating and drinking.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, Rhaegar,
Yeah.
get Atlas in this.
Alice, come here.
You see, can I just real quick say that like when Rhaegar calls on you like that and you kind of turn like, huh? You were like throwing dice just alone. Like you just kind of were like throwing them on the table.
He's practicing.
All right, so I come up to the bar.
You okay? Did you have a bad day?
I was on top of the world. It was all me and everyone else beneath me.
Hey, buddy.
Dollop, I saved you a taco.
Oh, all right.
There you go. Here, have yourself one of these drinks.
Oh, it's half empty.
No, it's half full, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where's Pippi? Where's Pippi? Is she still in the spa?
She's probably.
I haven't seen her since I tackled her.
You know what? Maybe she's just she's laying low. She's had a rough night tonight. All right, she's probably just playing it cool somewhere. We're gonna catch up with her in the back of the train.
Look, I'm gonna save some of this food and not to. I like open up my vest. I pocketed like a whole bottle of wine.
Yeah, wrap that in napkin. Real talk, real quick, guys.
Put it in my vest.
What's gonna happen to her when she gets caught?
She's gonna get thrown off the train.
And as soon as you say that, you hear a blood-curdling scream throughout the train. Loud, coming from the direction of the luxury cars. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
What? This episode of Hero Squad has been brought to you in huge part thanks to the generous contributions of these incredible people over at patreon.com. If you guys want to add your name to the list, gain some amazing rewards, and help us out in the process, click that link down below. Thanks for your continued support, and we'll catch you guys next time.